Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. I'm hoping that you enjoy Christmas and whatever you've done, that you're safe, happy and warm and that you got what you expected, obviously, from Santa or whoever that may have brought you these gifts, and that maybe you can post them into my Twitter or Facebook page just to have a look, or even just, you know, send me a link if you've done one of what you got for Christmas of your YouTube videos for anyone that are my supporters on one of the YouTube groups. Feel free to actually, you know, maybe put it in the comment section below. So, as you know, I'll be most likely to be away as of the first week of January or second week for the 2 weeks anyway, because obviously I need a mental health break, check up, you know, just to relax, rewind and everything. But don't fret, because hopefully some of the videos that I'm going to share with you will educate or entertain you or what have you of what I've got entailed. So this one's obviously going to be for today of about love and disability. I thought to take up on the uptake of this because obviously many people, as I said, have different reasonings to the reason why they don't want to fall in love or what have you. Someone could be fear of rejection, fear of acceptance of who and what they are as a person, be it if they are disabled or not, or just the fear of just maybe getting too close to someone. There is a lot of reasons to why people may not want to fall in love in the first place, which is fair enough, because obviously, you know, it's each to their own, obviously, in their day and age of their everyday choices what they want to do. But I believe that there is love for everybody, but it's just finding the right sort of love that we actually do really crave for and want maybe from others around us, be it if it's just, you know, what have you. But then again, bear in mind that love doesn't have to come into everyday relationships. Yet we are with a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever relationships it is. Quite, it can come from family, friends, and what have you as well. But it's just knowing the differentiation between love and lust here. So I know that many people will probably give me a hard time on it, but I believe that love is an important ingredient, as well as many other things that us human beings really need and desire and crave for. You know, in saying this though, basically there are different kinds of or types of love, which I'm going to illustrate or educate you all briefly on my next video. If you want to see that, I feel free to just wait upon all that as a follow-on to what I'm sharing today. So, you know, I believe that in this day and age though, however, regardless of us being insecure or maybe fear of being loved in that, yes, it has come to the point now, it's me generation. Who cares about others? I just want to just be on top, stay on top and whatever else, you know. It's a sad reality, but how I look at it is, you know, many people tend to just want to look out for themselves and whatever else it may be. So, you know, it's just to the point now many people wants to look out for themselves. I believe that, you know, it can be alright, but then it can be unhealthy at the same time here. So, because obviously when saying this, it can lead to disruption of losing people along the way. Sometimes in saying this though, when we want to feel loved or accepted or what have you, I feel and believe that we should be able to appreciate who and what we are as a person or what we haven't got, because as they say, you don't know until it's gone, you know, of what is real and staring at you slap bang in the face of you. I believe in saying this though, I just feel that, you know, that we should be patient, even though, you know, as I believe, as I said in one of my videos, love is patient, love is kind, love is never rude. One of these everyday Bible verses. I know many people will give me a hard time about it, but it rings true, obviously, about, you know, love and everything else, what I tend to believe in at the moment of what I've been, you know, going through right now. However, in saying this though, I don't want to put it down to too much about the word disabilities, but that's how I just come up with the title, so bear with me for the ones that, you know, want to, you know, slap me on my hand. You know, as I said in one of the videos, we shouldn't let our disabilities or whatever define us, be it if it's our mental health as well or whatever it may be. We should be able to, you know, kick back and relax and be comfortable in our own skin and be able to shine out regardless of what others may say or think about us. We shouldn't have to take the cares of the world of what they're thinking about us as a time being. When it comes down to it, there's a lot of people with different disabilities that will find it difficult with others when, you know, people want to claim or own a basic need or basic right for them to just feel accepted, feel wanted, or they may want to look for a potential partner basically in many ways, maybe someone without a disability that has often at times have trouble overcoming some of these obstacles as well as us with the disabilities, you know. They often tend to assume, especially the ones that ain't disabled, or as I call you guys, the neurotypicals, basically, they tend to assume about us, people with the disability, as too needy, too clingy, too difficult to understand, too difficult to just, you know, meet the needs of what it is and whatnot, and they just suspect that, you know, they want a long-term relationship with a perfect girl or guy with a perfect body or whatever it may be. But as a sad fact and reality of it all, because obviously how society has put into play of some of the hidden messages, what relationships and love is all about. That's how I look at it anyway. I also feel that in some ways, based on this insecurity of the sexuality, some people may go about, you know, turning their different way, hearsay of a guy maybe who got sexually raped basically from a relative, so then he wants to go for all the transformation of going through hormonal treatment or what have you, just to turn into a female and that, and just to based on that. But you know, in saying this though, love shouldn't be just in a way of ripping up when it's supposed to be about being able to trust and being able to what have you. Some people may think just because we're disabled and that when we're looking for love, for many of us that has a form of disability, that we can be hard to talk to, you know. But I feel that there's many people today, in saying this, of whatever of these labels or what have you, has too many high expectations and, you know, values and morals and what they expect from a potential partner. But in saying this, again, it's on who and what they are as a person, of maybe what they want as these huge high expectations. You want a girl that's probably toned, you want her in a size 8 or even less body figure, you want her to be bigger boobs, bigger bust or whatever, and it goes for us girls obviously with these high expectations, wanting, you know, guys with tan body, maybe muscular, heavy tats, maybe in a uniform or what have you. Yet, I believe it's all about acceptance, accepting one another of our differences, faults, flaws, imperfections, and more. Because obviously, at the end of the day, yes, we can't always get what we want when we want it. We can to a point, but then again, it's just a matter of, again, knowing what we want, and hopefully in saying this, that it doesn't wreck our mentality of what we have been brought up with or what have you, maybe. Yeah, society and social media has defined it so many times before about relationships in many different ways, as well as, you know, love and whatnot. And it has been sending out many confused messages about what it's all about. However, when people with disabilities, however, has been being assumed by people with their, you know, own assumptions and ideals, as they're quickly obviously eliminated as a potential partner. So regardless of a disability, he said, if someone had cystic fibrosis, however, and then they were out looking out for a partner, be it if someone is not disabled, they'll just end up basically maybe looking for someone that ain't disabled, like the neurotypicals with no disabilities at all, and basically having someone that is able, and that even though to get rid of maybe the feelings of what they feel, maybe guilt, insecurities and whatever else. But then it could be other reasons behind this, so please feel free to comment below if you're one of the people that maybe have a different condition or disability, and how you feel about, you know, when it comes down to love and relationships, you know, how do you deal with this, you know. Well, I'm sharing this with you all today because this is just based on what I've experienced and seen in some parts. Like many of us though, however, we will go to the forever extremes in dating and relationships, as we all get rejected time and time again from whoever and whatever it may be. Many of us will fear of being rejected, being laughed at, mocked at, and what have you. But in saying this, to end this, we all have our visions, goals, and what have you. But it does take time, over time, to fall in love, or maybe just feel loved, basically. In a everyday relationship, I believe it should be, you know, friendship first, then work your way up if time permitting will allow it, and you feel that he or she is the right person for you, you know. Just in saying that, that's hopefully things in turn will work out for the best of us. So this quickly ends a real brief overview of love and disability. Smash the like button, comment below. Feel free to follow me on my social media sites below. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, because as I said before, it may change after when I return. It may be only 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, instead of daily, Monday to Friday. But keep an eye on a lookout anyway when I pop into any of the Facebook groups, if any of you are watching from those Facebook groups, or even just bear with me when I'm floating about, because as I said before, I'm in so many groups and I'm trying to keep up with them all, showing my support here and there based on, you know, what I do, as I said, as an advocate, mentor for other people around me, and a voice similar to me. So enough of you guys. Thanks for support. Thanks for watching. Do what you love what you do. Until next time, Aspie signing out, and I'll see you all again. So ciao for now.